What is going on, everybody? The Gaming Ram here, and welcome back to BeamNG Drive. And today, I don't know if any of you guys remember the Subaru WRX. This is the STI. If you remember this car was back in Tennessee. We was at the house and we was working on putting a new engine in this car. We got the engine in the car. We've been doing a little bit of work here and there on this car, and I decided to bring it out here to Cali because we're going to be dropping it off to the dealership, which I need another car to add. And so instead of building it to a rally car or whatever, I decided to let's just go and sell it as is, since it is all fixed, has a new engine in it. It's really nice, and it's a really clean car. So there's no point of keeping it, so we're just going to let her go. We're going to sending it over there. So I'm going to show you guys. Oh, yes, the Kawasaki, the 1000. We got some wheels on this thing now. So look at that. So these are way bigger than I participated to put on this thing, but it's literally all they had laying around, and I was like, you know what? I'll take it. But the KRX doesn't seem to mind it at all. These are 35s, by the way, 35 by 12s. Now you do have a higher risk of rolling over, as you guys can see. Lisa has a roll bar, which I have to redo again. And I broke it. Yep, I broke it. You can't make this stuff up neither. I didn't know I did the front too. Well, that didn't last long. Come on, Kawasaki. I thought you guys was a good brand. I'll just leave it in this little gas station lot here till I come back and get it. So, we finally is working on the 58 Chevy Apache. This truck, we got the engine out, transmission out, we got the front and rear differential, axles, all of it. It's gone. It's out. We have it all jacked up on jack stands, and so we have an engine that I want to put into this truck, and I know exactly what engine I'm going to put in here. I'm looking at a 6.5 liter Detroit diesel. I think it will I think it will match the truck very well, and I think it will have more than enough power to do what we need to do. So that is what I'm looking at. I do have to go and pick up a truck. It's a wreck truck that we're gonna pick up and see if we can get that to work. However, I've been working on this bed, seeing if we can get it to work. So far, no luck. The hydraulics needs to be replaced, so I'm gonna have to replace the hydraulics because it does not work at all. So we're gonna have to get that fixed out. We're gonna have to get that fixed, and hopefully it's wired right. If not, we're gonna have to rewire it too. So, but we might have to replace the wiring anyway, since it's a 58 Chevy. So that's be a good idea to do. But we do, in fact, we're waiting on a bunch of parts. We got a big order of parts coming for this truck, all right, guys? So, yeah, when that gets here, we get started. We can start putting parts back in. But I'm focusing on trying to get the front did, because I'm going for a different type of front suspension on this truck. The front suspension, the original that this truck had, was a beam axle. I don't know. I gotta do some more thinking and see what we might like. I don't know. The rear, we're more than likely just gonna go with the standard heavy duty coil, or not coil, spring. No, not spring. Yeah, spring. I might do something like that, like a leaf spring with a shock. So it has a shock absorber and coils in the back. I don't know. I was thinking air ride, but I don't know if air ride will. Air ride would be pretty cool. I don't know. I got a lot of thinking, guys. All right, behind the scenes. Yeah, this is how it goes. Me trying to decide of what we should do, what will fit best, how I should do it. Yeah, that's the BTS there. It's a lot of thinking. Cause I want this 58 to be very nice. Cause it's a Chevy Apache tow truck. It doesn't sound like much, but it's a 58, which there's not many like this. So I'm trying to make it good, but I'm also trying to make it a showpiece, something that isn't like the one out here. I'll show you guys this one. This is our main truck that I'm running. It's an OBS custom built one, as you can see. Like, this one is a work truck. While we're waiting on parts for the 58, I'm gonna take Big Blue. So we'll come over here and we'll raise this thing up because he's got to come all the way up, about. That's as high as it go. Well, dang it. I really need air ride on these trucks, man. I don't know if I ever showed you guys how to hook this trailer up. In particular, this one. You have to, because if you go to your trailer option to try to couple it, it's not going to couple. See? So, in order to do it, so you hit left control, and on whatever attachment that you have, like for example, this ball here. Now, you got to look very careful here because it has, I'm trying to give you guys a good view of it. If you get right up under it, you hit left control. You see right there. You see that little green dot that's inside of the actual gooseneck? You're going to hit right click or left click, and you're going to connect it to the ball right here. So I'm going to do a strong 85% strength, and we're going to connect it. Drop that down. And so that should be connected, as you can see. Now, that's the only way that I've figured out how to do it so far, but it's interesting. Anyway, we are going to be going and picking up the TRX frame. We're not going to need the forklift because the truck runs. Well, the last time that I used or parked it, it was running. So hopefully it still does. So I want to show you guys. So I had picked these up pretty much, and I never released the video of me actually picking these up, but I had picked up pretty much a drivetrain from a TRX Ram and a new Ford Bronco that is a EcoBoost Bronco. So I'm going to show you guys this Bronco real quick. There you go. This Bronco's really nice. But I do have some new wheels that I'm going to be putting on this Bronco before I completely get rid of it. Even though these are some chunky tires. Like, look how much grip that thing. Like, that is a lot of grip. And then over here is a TRX. Now, this is just, like I say, it's just a drivetrain that I've been waiting. But it's a stage 3. This is a mammoth TRX. So it's literally 1,000 horsepower truck drivetrain. Had to charge the battery up last night, but there you go, it's running. Complete drivetrain, like everything you need. You got the engine, you have the supercharger, you have the transmission, the headers, the mufflers, everything. Everything's here. So, let's see if we can get it out of here. Oh yeah, she definitely got something. Now the tires are flat, but she got pickup steel, as you can see. Jesus. The Bronco didn't take nothing on. Look at that. Wow, I'm surprised. Not a scratch on the Bronco. Maybe the front bumper, but that's about it. This had too much power. This thing is 1,000 horsepower. Like, you have to big toe it. Like, you can't just gas it, because you will fly off of anything. Like, I'm easing into the gas right now, trying not to fly over this trailer. Perfect. Go. But I have some plans for both of these. Well, the Bronco is going to the dealership. We're going to sell it. And the Ram, we have a build that we're going to do to it. Oh, hold on. God dang it. That radiator got caught. I have to bag that Ram back. There we go. Alright, we should be good now. You remember when that trailer tire wasn't touching the ground? Look at this. Now we have all 3 of them axles touching the ground now. So it works out. When it's not loaded, that first axle will literally be off the ground, and so you would just have 2 axles on the ground. And when you load it, all 3 would go on the ground, which is great. Oh my God, that Bronco. Which is great because the heavier you are, the more contact you have with the road. See? So that's great for weight balancing as well. Which also means we can haul more weight, baby. Alright, we made it back. The Bronco did slide forward, but it rolled forward just a little bit. It smacked the back of the TRX. But I don't think anything was damaged. I hope not, anyway. And I just did it again. Okay. Alright, we're going to take a look. Alright, we're going to raise this up and be the judge of it. Hopefully no damage. It's really fun too. Like, you really could go off-roading in that truck. All right, let's get that TRX. Now we'll talk about weight reduction. This is the definition of a weight reduction. Okay, but yeah, that's the definition of a weight reduction right there. But it's very peppy. It's a very peppy frame for sure. Man. Anyway, truck's still not here with parts, so I don't know. We'll get to it, but we might swing by. We gotta go and take a road trip to check out this truck that has that Detroit diesel engine in it that I want to put into that Apache. So we're gonna head out here in a minute, but before we head out, so I'm gonna show you guys underneath real quick. So that's the engine that we're getting out, but as you can see, it's gonna be pretty difficult to get to. So we're gonna lower this thing back down here. All right, so that's how it looks, and we might be able to get to it, but let's see. Let's see what we're dealing with here. I don't know. This fender here on the passenger side is going to be really the big problem, but we might can snatch it out from out here, to be honest with you. I don't really need the rack or the lift. Dude, I tell you what, we're going to do it outside because there's no point of bringing it inside for the lift. I have a whole forklift. All right. Let's do an outside removal then. Yeah, we could definitely do some work here. We got a lot of parts. Like, look at all the parts that this car had. Oh my goodness. Anyway. Yeah, we could definitely do some work here, man. All right. See what we're doing. Don't tell OSHA about this, but you gotta do what you gotta do, man. All right, let's get started. Okay, so this is what we have now. You guys got a better idea what it looks like. This turbo on the passenger side is no good. It has a crack in it, so you're not gonna be able to reuse this turbo at all. The tubing, all of that is bent, so can't use this side. The driver's side turbo is good, not safe, but not safe. All right, yeah, it's not safe. That's not safe at all. I didn't want the whole car anyway. I just wanted the front end, but it lifted the whole thing up. So let's redo it again. This time, we're going to have to get all the way up under it. There you go. That's what I wanted right there. Perfect. All right, so we're going to try to get this transmission drive shaft loose, and then we're going to worry about the engine after that. And then I'll let them know that some of these parts are going to be salvageable, like this rear end. He might can reuse the rear end if he put another axle in this side, but I don't know what's broke, so if he wants it, I can take it out, but more than likely this car is going to be going to the crusher. So anyway, let me get this transmission loose. I'll be back about maybe an hour. All right, sun is almost about down, but there you go. As you guys can see, we had to take all the turbo stuff loose, the intake, all of that's gone. We got the front suspension completely off now. Transmission's out, drive shaft's out. Only thing left is literally this engine that is bolted to the car still, but we're going to be getting that pretty much tomorrow. So we're going to be snatching this engine out of this car and sending it out or off to the crusher. So, let me go and do this real quick. Alright, there we go. We got the car loaded up. We're going to park it back over there, because we're not going to remove that engine until tomorrow. All right. So, there it is. Shop is almost all put together. Anyway, we're going home.